in this problem, ang hinahanap sa atin is ano yung fall ng height ng water sa isang reservoir after matapos ng 5 hours. So in here, mas makakatulong kung mag-drawing muna tayo ng diagram. So we have a very clear understanding kung ano ba yung sinasabi dito. So in here, meron tayong diagram na reservoir. So puno siya ng tubig. And then a turbine in here is not really specified kung ano itsura niya. Okay. So based on here is meron na tayong net head na naranasan, which is can be presented here as 100. And then sabi dito, after working for 5 hours, it expected na yung water level natin should drop by a certain number of height, which is hindi natin alam. Okay, so this is after 5 hours. So in here, para natin ma-solve to is kailangan muna natin maghanap ano yung possible na formula that can we relate to the letter H o yung height natin na pagpa-fall. And which is base dito, meron naman tayong given na following. So as you can see, sulat mo natin yung given natin. So we're given an area which is equal to 50 kilometers squared. Meron din tayong net head which is equal to 100 meters. Meron din tayong power na generate or generator power which is equal to 13.5 times 10 to the 6 kilowatt hour. And then umandar din siya ng 5 hours. And then meron tayong overall efficiency na 75%. Okay? Or is equal to 0.75 para mas mabilis natin ma-solve later. So in here, base dito sa mga given na to, ang possible na formula na magagamit natin to solve for the height is yung relation niya pagdating sa flow rate. Because what? Because as you can see here, if we solve yung formula natin, so that will be Q is equal to V over T. Okay, ngayon yung volume na to, it will have a formula of area times height. Okay, so dito regardless kung bilog siya or square, is given naman na tayo ng area, di ba? So with that, we can get the height itself. So pagdating dito, so we can rearrange yung formula natin in such a way na para makuha natin yung height, it will be equal to Q multiplied by, mas maganda pag nakasulat dito yan. H is equal to Q multiplied by time divided by the area itself. So in here, possible na ba natin siya ma-solve or we given everything? So base dito, we do not have the value of Q. So para natin makuha yung value ng Q is hanap ulit tayo ng formula which is applicable siya, in which is one of the best formula sa pag-solve ng tinatawag natin na water power, in which is that will be the density times G times Q times H. So in here, para makuha natin yung Q is ano ba meron tayo? So as you can see, we are given P density G times height. However, yung water power we're not given. So possible ba natin siya ma-solve? Yes, it is possible na because we are given the generator power and meron din tayong efficiency, in which is ang pinaka-working formula natin will be the overall efficiency is equal to the generated power divided by the water power. So in which yung water power natin will be equal to generated power divided by overall efficiency, in which is given tayo ng both. Given tayo ng power na nag-generate daw na 13.5 times 10 to the 6 kilowatt hour. And then meron tayong overall efficiency sa baba na 0.75. However, if you can see here, yung unit dapat na kailangan natin for water power should be in watts alone. So if in watts alone, so mayroon tayong kailangan ayusin. As you can see, it is running for kilowatt hour. So sabi kasi dito, itong item na to, it is the total power na na-generate niya for the last 5 hours. So ang gusto lang natin, ano yung generate niya for a certain time, which is watts lang. So with that, kailangan natin siya i-divide ng 5 kasi sabi dun sa tanong, it is 5 hours. And then syempre, we need to convert yung kilowatt natin into 1,000 watts. There is only 1 kilowatt. So with that, we will now have a value of water power which is equal to 3,003 tapos marami siyang 0. No? So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. total ng power in watts. So yung mga ganitong kahabang number in terms of electricity generation or turbine, it is expected because ganito kalaki yung mga power natin na generate compared with pumps, fans, and blowers. No? So expected na mas malaki siya. Then after which is yung Q natin is masosolve na natin, tama, because we now have the water power. So i-rearrange muna natin, so that will be Q is equal to WP over density times G multiplied by H. So with that, we can get the Q, which is equal to yung nakuha natin kanina na 36 na maraming zero. Ingat lang kayo when you are solving, make sure na tama yung na ilalagay nyo because there are too many zeros. Then sa pagdating sa baba, we know that the density is 1,000 kilogram metric cube. The G is 9.81 meter per second squared. And then we have a net effective head, which is equal to 100 meters. Then with that, we can get the value of Q, which is equal to 3669.72 metric cube per second. So with that, meron na tayong Q. So it is possible na to solve yung pinaka-height niya, in which is the height is equal to, yung nakuha natin na Q, that is 3669.72 metric cube per second multiplied by 5 hours divided by yung nakuha natin na area, 50 kilometers squared. So in here, meron pa tayong kailangan gawin na mga unit cancellation because as you can see, second, hours, it will not cancel. Kilometers and meters will not cancel. So with that, kailangan natin i-multiply ito ng for every 3,600 seconds, there will be 1 hour. And then sa baba naman, for every 1,000 meters, there will be 1 kilometer. However, wag niyo kakalimutan na squared siya because ang pinapalitan natin ng units is in kilometer squared. Okay, so you need to square that also para mag-cancel out yung units. So with that, we will have a value of 1.32 meters, which will be your final answer. For this problem, ang hinahanap naman sa atin is ano yung Q o yung discharge natin sa mismong turbine. So in here, ang kailangan makuha natin is yung flow rate niya. So with that, ano yung mga given natin? So currently, we have a given of brake power, which is 45 kilowatts. Meron tayong head, which is 40 meters. Then, meron din tayong turbine efficiency. Meron din tayong hydraulic efficiency. And then, meron din tayong volumetric efficiency. So, in here, yung 350 joules dito na sinasabi na water to runner daw na losses is hindi natin kailangan. So, most likely, trick question to or maybe follow-up question. Because, bakit? Given na kasi tayo nung mga efficiency nung turbines natin. So, with yung mean efficiency is if you look at it, so, di ba, meron niya mga pagdadaanan na, kumbaga, different levels. So, first, nag-start tayo, di ba, sa water power, in which is meron tayong hydraulic efficiency, which is due to the runner and the penstock. And then, after that, meron tayong volumetric efficiency, which is mostly losses doon sa nozzle natin or dun sa blades natin. Then, meron din tayong turbine efficiency. Okay, to achieve yung tinatawag natin na brake power. So, currently, given tayo ng lahat. So, with that, we can solve for the value of Q. So, with that, ano yung formula na gagamitin natin? So, that will be WP is equal to density times G times Q times H. So, in which kapag in-isolate natin yung Q, so that will be water power divided by density times G times head. Then with that, we have a formula kung saan natin makukuha ngayon yung WP kasi hindi tayo given di ba? So with that, we can get it by getting the total efficiency which is equal to the brake power divided by the water power. So dito given kasi tayo ng brake power. Yung total efficiency naman, it can be get by multiplying yung volumetric efficiency natin, hydraulic efficiency natin, multiplied by the turbine efficiency. So with this formula, kapag kinumbine mo siya, you will have a formula something like this. Q is equal to brake power divided by yung WP plus yung efficiency niya. So that is density times G times H multiplied by yung total efficiency natin, which is equivalent to sa mahaba na to. So that is in volumetric efficiency, hydraulic efficiency, and then lastly yung turbine efficiency natin. So in which kapag sinulat na natin siya into yung requirement natin, so that will be 45 kilowatts divided by this will be 1,000 tapos 9.81. Then yung head natin given tayo na 40 meters. Then yung efficiency natin, which is dahil volume una natin sinulat, that is 0.98 tapos 0.87, and then lastly turbine efficiency natin, which is 0.95. So with that, take note yung kilowatts natin sa taas, it should be in watts para mag-cancel out yung units natin. So we need it to convert. So for every 1,000 watt, there will be 1 kilowatt. So in which ang value ng Q na makukuha natin ay 0.142 metric cube per second. Okay, for our flow rate. So that will be your final answer. For this problem, ang hinahanap sa atin is ano yung power output ng turbine or what we call as a Francis turbine in kilowatts. So for this, mas maganda is meron tayong kahit konting diagram for us to understand better yung tanong natin. So with that, let me just draw a simple Francis turbine. Okay, tapos syempre huwag niyo kakalimutan na ang Francis turbine natin is merong drop tube. Okay, so sa ibaba niya is may tubig. So in here, ang kina-compare natin is dalawang points. So that is point 1 and the next one is point number 2. So in here, malinaw no sa tanong na this one is a Francis turbine. So in which meron tayong mga different na given, in which is first is meron daw tayong total pressure na natatanggap ng system natin, which is 38 meters. So take note, this is a pressure head. So meaning, hindi ka na magko-convert ng kung ano-ano, no, just to get it siya in meters. So naka-head na siya. So let's just name it as PH. Okay? So which is 38 meters. Then meron tayong given na velocity, which is at point 1, ang velocity daw natin ay 5 meters per second. And ang velocity natin at point number 2 is 1.5 meters per second. And then in which meron daw tayong total na output or discharge at 2.1 metric cube per second. Then kasama din dito yung dalawa nating efficiency, which is hydraulic efficiency and total efficiency, which is equal to 0.87 and 0.84 respectively. So in here, nasabi rin din dito na mula sa center line up to dun sa entrance ng drop tube natin, ang distance is around 1 meter. And then from drop tube to water, that is 3 meters. Okay? So in here, based on this diagram, masosolve na natin siya. But first, kailangan muna natin malaman ano ba talaga hinahanap. So sabi dito, we are finding for the brake power. Okay? Which is, yun na nga, hindi natin alam. So ano ba yung formula na pwede natin gamitin given sa mga meron tayo? So one formula is meron na nga tayong total efficiency. So that is equal to brake power divided by the water power. So in here, meron na tayong isa. Ang wala tayo is water power. So with that, makukuha natin yung water power using a formula density times G times Q times H. So ang hindi natin given dito is yung H natin. So to solve for H is ano ba ang net head formula ng Francis turbine natin? So it is provided using this formula. So that is P1 minus P2 divided by yung the usual natin in Bernoulli's equation. Next is B1 squared minus B2 squared divided by 2G. And syempre yung Z1 natin, which is yung difference ng elevation niya from water level up to dun sa gitna niya. So in here, yung H natin will have a value of the following. So syempre ito, ano to? So this one is, yung part na to is pressure head. So fortunately, given na tayo kanina, that is 38 meters. So it means it will be now 38 meters. Tapos meron tayong velocity na 5 meters per second. Yung kakalimutan na may squared minus 1.5 meter per second squared divided by 2 times 9.81 meter per second squared. And then syempre meron tayong value ng letter Z natin, which is equal to 4 meters, which is ito yon. Okay, kasi nga change in differential. So parang parehas lang, no, which is Z1 minus Z2 in Bernoulli's. However, yung reference kasi natin is Z2. So this one will be 0. So matitira lang is Z1, no, to explain yung pinaka-formula natin. So with that, we will have a value of H which is equal to 23.16 meters. So with that, makukuha na ba natin yung value ng brake power natin? Yes, kasi given naman tayo lahat. So after combining these two equations, magkakaroon tayo ng equation which is equal to BP is equal to density times G times Q times H multiplied by the total efficiency. So in here, yung brake power natin ay magkakaroon ng ganitong sagot. So sulat ko muna yung mga values na, no? So dito, okay. Then ito. Then meron tayong Q which is given sa tanong natin, which is 2.1 metric cube per second. Then meron tayong total head na 43.16 meters. And then meron tayo total efficiency na 0.84. Okay? But please take note, yung BP natin na makakuha dito is in watts. So kailangan natin is in kilowatts. So we need to convert it pa. So 1 kilowatt over 1,000 watts. So in which, ang magiging sagot natin dito will be the following. So that is 746.88 kilowatts. So that will be your final answer. For this problem, ang hinahanapan naman sa atin is ano yung size ng Pelton wheel natin. So we are given the following. So meron tayong speed, 300 RPM. Meron tayong net effective head na 150 meters. Then given tayo ng ratio daw which is 1/12. Then meron tayong efficiency. However, hindi binigay dito kung ano efficiency siya. That is 0.84. And then meron tayong speed ratio na 0.45. So base dito is masosolba natin siya. So please take note, ang hinahanap pa sa atin is size, meaning it's in diameter. Then, given tayo ng speed ratio. So, with this, ang pinaka-best formula na gamitin dito is yung binigay ko sa inyo na formula, no? Which is the formula speed ratio, which is equal to the speed ratio multiplied by pi times d times n divided by square root of 2gh. So, in here, i-rearrange natin siya para mukha yung letter D because that is what we want. So, that will be D is equal to speed ratio multiplied by square root of 2gh divided by pi times n. So, in here, given ba tayo lahat ng variables natin to get the letter D? So, given naman tayo ng head, we are given by the head, we are given by the speed, and we are given also by the speed ratio. So, in here, masosolve na natin siya. So, in which is D is equal to, ang speed ratio natin will be 0.45 square root of 2. Tapos, G natin is 9.81 meter per second squared. Then, meron tayong head na 150 meters. So, divided by pi and then speed, which is 300 rep per minute. Pero please take note, yung formula natin is asking not for the rep per minute, but dapat RPS, yung nakalagay natin, or revolutions per second. So, in which, yung 1 minute natin, i-divide natin ng 60 seconds to get that unit, no, which is RPS. So, with that, makukuha natin yung letter D, which is equal to 1.55 meters. So, that will be your final answer. For this problem is, ang sinusolve naman natin is ano yung speed ratio ng ating Pelton turbine. So, with this, ano ba yung formula ng speed ratio natin? So, diretso na tayo sa formula kasi wala naman siyang analysis, no? So, di na kailangan ng given. So, that will be speed ratio multiplied by pi, multiplied by d, divided by, multiplied by n, divided by square root of 2gh. So, given tayo ng n, which is equal to 520 RPM. given tayo ng D, which is ang runner diameter niya, which is the same ng diameter ng Pelton wheel natin, no? So that is 550 mm. And then given ba tayo ng H, so ito yung currently hahanapin natin. So as you can see, it is a Pelton turbine. So with that, ano ba formula ng Pelton turbine natin? In terms sa pagkuha ng head, so that will be H is equal to P1 minus P2 divided by density times G plus V1 squared over 2G. So with that, given ba tayo ng mga items natin? So bago yun, mag-cancel muna tayong units, no? So as you can see, yung P1 and P2 natin is supposed to be abs. So ang given lang sa atin, it doesn't say anything, no? So we assume it to be gauge pressure. So that will be P1 is equal to PG plus PATM, and that is the same also for P2. So with that, base dito, syempre alam natin na magka-cancel yung dalawang points. Kasi with that, yung P2 kasi is hindi given. So pag sinabi kasi natin Pelton, most likely si P1 lang yung meron. Si P2 most likely wala unless given. So in here, wala kasing binigay. No? It's just the P1 pressure which is 2.75 kPa at 275 kPa. So with that, magka-cancel yung P2 natin. So ano matitira? That is P1 only. So with that, that will be yung final working formula natin which is equal to P1 over PG plus V1 squared over 2G. So in here, ano na makukuha natin? So with that, lagay lang natin nakuha natin which is H is equal to 275 kPa. But please take note, kapag Bernoulli's equation, no, dapat naka-PA ito. So kapag ideal gas law, yes, it's supposed to be kPa. So huwag kayong malilito dun. Ideal gas, kPa. Pag normal scenario like Bernoulli's equation, dapat naka-PA lang to. So in which, i-convert pa natin yan into 1000 PA divided by 1 kPa. So divided by 1000, that is kilogram per metric cube, multiplied by 9.81 meter per second squared plus 0.35 meters per second divided by 2 times 9.81 meters per second. Okay? So with that, makukuha natin yung sagot natin which is equal to H is equal to 28.04 meters. Okay? So yung head lang yon. So with that, dahil nakuha na natin yung head, possible ba natin makuha ng speed ratio? Yes, makukuha na natin siya. No? So in which is the speed ratio is equal to pi multiplied by, yung nakuha natin ay yung diameter na given sa tanong, that is 550 mm. But please take note, it should be in meters. Kasi nga, para mag-cancel units natin. So that will be 1 meter over 1000 mm. So meron tayong speed which is supposed to be in RPS, revolutions per second. So given tayo ng 520 rev per minute. So we still need to combine it, no? So which is, for every 1 minute, there is 60 seconds. So with that, divided by square root of 2 times 9.81 meters per second squared. Then multiply it by yung nakuha natin na head kanina which is 28.04 meters. So in here, after natin lagay sa calculator natin yan, we will have a final answer of 0.638. Yun lang yun. There's no unit for speed ratio. So with that, that is your final answer. In this problem, ang hinahanap naman sa atin is ano yung water power output natin in megawatts. So base dito sa tanong, wala siyang kahit anong binigay na type ng turbine. So kumbaga, ang una yung expectation dito is to solve natin siya using yung head na H is equal to Hg minus Hf. Tama ba? However, ang problema kasi dito is, can we solve it using this one? So hindi siya possible. Okay, kasi bakit? Wala tayong Hg and wala tayong Hf. So ano nang binigay sa atin? We are only given change in pressure. So which is, ang pwede natin gamitin is yung dalawa. Which is ano yung dalawang possibility na yon? So that will be a Pelton or a Francis turbine. However, again, pag titingnan mo, pag i-compare mo yung dalawang formula. So sulat ko na lang. Okay, so pag sa Pelton, that is P1, P2 over PG, tama? Plus V1 squared over 2. Okay. Pag sa Francis naman, it is almost the same. Okay? Okay, however, kung titinan mo, yung V1 mo and V2 mo is kailangan mo for a Francis turbine. And then, syempre, kailangan mo nung height niya. which is yung distance ng turbine up to the tailwater level. Okay, so as you can see here, it's not that given. So with that, ang possible na masolve lang natin dito is by using the Pelton formula. Okay, so that is another key point na when you are solving this kind of problem. Minsan kasi hindi siya binibigay o it's not that obvious no for you to check ano yung formula yung gagamitin. But still here, we prove that ang pinaka-best dito is using the what you call this Pelton turbine head na formula. So with that, again, ang hinahanap sa atin is water power. So with that, ano ba formula ng water power natin? That is density times G times Q multiplied by H. So given tayo ng Q, given tayo nung ito. So yung H yung hinahanap natin is net head. So ang formula ng net head natin, we will be using Pelton. So that will be P1 minus P2 over density times G plus V1 squared over 2G. Ngayon, as you can see, ang given sa atin ngayon is, tawag nito, ang given sa atin is English units. So, when we are computing English units, kadalasan ang ginagamit ko dito ay specific weight kasi because nga do sa pound force and pound mass doon na problema. Medyo nakakalito siya. So, for me, it's much easier. So, with that, lagay na natin yung mga units natin. Pero before yun, di ba nabanggit ko nga, it should be in PABs. So, that is P1 is equal to PG plus PATM and that is still the same with the other one. So, dito kasi hindi binigay sa atin kung yung 50 PSI ba o 30 PSI ba is in absolute. So, it's not that given. So, after solving this formula, makikita nyo na magka-cancel lang yung dalawang PATM natin. So, in which, pwede na natin isolve to direkta no, without converting it into tawag nito absolute pressure kasi nga magka-cancel naman. So we can just use gauge pressure agad-agad. So in here, that will be H is equal to ano yung P1 natin. So that will be 50 PSI. Then yung P2 natin is 30 PSI. Okay. So sir, may tanong pala dito, no, baka magtaka kayo. Paano ko sir nalaman na yung P1 ko is 50 and ang P2 ko is 30, hindi ba pwedeng baliktad? So please take note when we are talking about turbines, di ba? So we tend to extract yung energy. So what do you mean by extract? Ibig sabihin nun, syempre mas malakas yung pressure, then yung pangalawang pressure niya, which is after mo na siya ma-extract, is supposed to be mas mahina na. Okay, so kabaliktaran siya, di ba, ng pump. So doon nag-add ka. Dito kasi we tend to kumuha tayo ng energy. So with that, it will be like this na dapat 50 muna, yung P1 mo, then yung P2 mo will be a lower pressure. So with that, kailangan natin to i-convert into feet para maging ano yung unit natin, inches squared over feet squared. Yan. So sa baba, divided by 62.4 pound force divided by feet cube. So sa kabila naman, velocity natin is given tayo. Actually dito kung makikita nyo, hindi pala tayo given, no? We are given only Q. So with that, kailangan muna natin siyang isolve. So para natin isolve, that is Q is equal to AV. So with that, yung velocity natin will have the formula as Q over A, and which is yung A natin is equal to pi over 4D squared. So paano ko nalaman yon? Syempre is it because na when we're talking about turbines, circular cross-section na ginagamit niya. And then syempre malinaw dito na they use piping, no? Which is ang size ng piping mo is 48 inches. So with that, ang velocity natin will be equal to 205 feet cube per second divided by pi over 4 multiplied by 48 inches multiplied by, syempre, i-convert natin yan, no? Kasi dahil naka-inches tayo, so for every 1 feet, there will be 12 inches. Okay, so squared mo yan sa taas. Alright, so with that, makakuha natin yung velocity natin, which is equal to 16.31 feet per second. So, yung nakuha natin ngayon is gagamitin natin dun sa unang solve natin, which is 6.31 feet per second. Huwag yung kakalimutan lang na this should be squared divided by 2 multiplied by 9.81 meter per second. Sorry. So, please take note yun. Nasanay ako, no? So, it should be 32.2 feet per second squared. Okay? Kasi because we are now talking in English units. Okay, so with that, makakuha natin yung value ng H, which is equal to 50.28 feet. So, pagdating dito, tapos na ba tayo? Siyempre, hindi pa. We are now getting the water power. So, in which is yung water power natin. Again, take note, yung PG natin is equal to the specific weight. So, masanay kasi ako dito kapag we are talking about English unit. So which is that will be equal to 62.4 pound force over feet cube multiplied by 205 feet cube per second, which is yung Q na nakuha natin kanina. And syempre yung H natin, which is yung sinod natin, that will be 50.28 feet. Then with that, makukuha na natin siya. Yes, ang makukuha natin dito will be equal to 643,181.76 pound force feet per second. Okay, pero please take note, ang hinahanap sa atin is in megawatts. So with that, kailangan natin siya i-convert. So with that, ang conversion nito is gagawin ko muna siyang HP. So that will be 550 pound feet per second. And then after that, from HP, gagawin ko siyang kilowatt or watts. In which is for every 1 HP, there will be 745.7 watts. And then lastly, ko-convert ko siya into megawatts, which is yung kailangan natin na for every 1 megawatt, there is 1 million watts. Okay? So in here, makakancel yung units na yan. Ang matitira is megawatts. We will have a final answer of 0.872 megawatts. So that will be your final answer. For this problem, ang hinahanap naman sa atin is ano daw yung power supply ng turbine in kilowatts. So with that, masosolve natin siya, yes. So in here, kung tama ako, ang hinahanap sa atin is supposed to be brake power. Okay, however, walang given na efficiency. So with that, masosolve natin siya. So in here, it's best to assume na ang hinahanap sa atin is just simply water power, no? Not the brake power, kasi wala namang given na efficiency. Kung ba, kahit anong gawin nyo, it cannot be solved. Okay, so with that, ano ba formula ng water power natin? So that will be water power is equal to density times G times Q times H. So in which is, provided naman tayo ng density, which is 1,000 kilogram per metric cube. Then ang G natin is 9.81 meter per second squared. And then given tayo ng Q, which is 280 liters per second. Pero kailangan natin to i-convert into metric cube para mag-cancel out yung units natin para maging watts siya, no? So which is that will be for 1 metric cube there are 1,000 liters. And then lastly, yung effective head natin or net head natin, which is 46.50 meters. So please take note, kapag sinod mo to, it will be in watts. Kailangan natin is in kilowatts. So wag mo kakalimutan na i-convert siya. So for every 1 kilowatt, there will be 1,000 watts. So with that, our final answer will be equal to 127.73 kilowatts. So that will be your final answer. In this problem, is hinahanap sa atin is ano yung mass flow rate nung system natin to achieve a certain water power output of 50 megawatts. So in here, kailangan natin ma-solve to, no? So first is, ano ba formula ng water power natin? So that is water power multiplied by density times G times Q times H. Okay? So yung mass flow rate natin, ano formula niya? That's mass flow rate is equal to density multiplied by Q. So with that, makukuha natin yung mass flow rate pag pinag-combine natin tong equation na to, in which is, ang kalalabasan na formula natin will be equal to the mass flow rate is equal to water power divided by kalimutan natin to, ano, i-multiply natin yung density, then density sa baba, G over H. So in which is, magka-cancel yung dalawang density natin. So, meaning, ang working formula natin for our mass flow rate is equal to water power divided by G times H. Okay, so with here, ang gusto natin ma-achieve is ang water power ng 50 megawatts, so which is ito yun. Ngayon, yung head naman natin sa manggagaling. So, as you can see, binigay sa atin dito sa tanong, no, na our gross head daw is equal to 100 meters. Okay, so, syempre, ano ba formula ng head natin? Pag ganitong tanong, so that will be H is equal to HG plus HF. Pero sabi sa tanong, wala naman daw tayong friction head, which is cancelled siya. So in which is, yung net head natin is equal to 100 meters. So with that, masosolve na ba natin to? Yes. So that is mass flow rate is equal to 50 megawatts. Huwag nyo lang kalimutan na gawing watt na unit to para gumana yung formula na to. So for every 1 million watt, there is 1 megawatt. Then sa baba will be 9.81 meter per second squared. Then yung H natin will be 100 meters. Okay, so in which is makaka-achieve tayo ng mass flow rate which is equal to this number. So that will be your final answer. In this problem, ang hinahanap naman sa atin is ano daw yung speed ng ating hydraulic turbine given the following conditions. So with here, ang pinaka-best formula na gamitin natin is yung formula ng specific speed because yun lang yung may formula na meron tayong speed. Okay, so in which is that will be NS or specific speed is equal to the speed multiplied by the brake power or turbine power divided by H raised to 5/4. Ang wag nyo lang kakalimutan dito is please take note, yung BP natin should be in HP and then yung head natin is supposed to be in feet. So general rule yan. So after rearranging the equation to get the speed, so that will be N is equal to the specific speed multiplied by H 5/4 divided by square root of brake power. So in which is given ba tayo ng NS? Yes, that is 50. Given ba tayo ng head? Fortunately, binigyan tayo ng 150 feet. So naka-fit na agad siya. And then meron ba tayong brake power? Yes, so that is 150 brake horsepower. So with that is just simple substitution ng mga values natin in which is yung specific width natin is 50. We multiply it by the head which is 150 feet raised to 5/4 divided by square root ng brake power natin which is 150 HP. So we will now get the following speed which is equal to 2143.08 RPM, which is our final answer. For this problem, isinahanap naman natin ano yung speed ng a certain motor. Okay? Kasi minsan kasi when we are solving this kind of problem is meron ng motor and we can determine the speed for that using a certain formula. No? Basta given tayo ng specification siya in which siya na ba formula nun. So that will be the speed of the motor is equal to 120 multiplied by ano yung hertz niya divided by the number of poles, which is ito yung formula niya. So with that, given naman tayo lahat, no, which is 120, ano ba yung F natin? Ang hertz natin is 60 hertz. And then ano ba yung number of poles natin? That will be 6 poles. Okay, so with that, after cancellation ng units, no, so ang next na magiging sagot niya will be equal to 1,200 RPM. Okay? So take note yung units dito, hindi lang siya magka-cancel, no? Basta yan yung kalalabasan niya. So it's tend to be a shortcut method. So that will be your final answer. In this problem, ang hinahanap naman sa atin is ano yung number ng poles na required natin to achieve a certain condition. So still, yung formula pa rin na ginagamit natin for this kind of problem will be the speed is equal to 120 times the number of hertz divided by number of poles. So in which is, makukuha natin yan, which is equal to the number of poles is equal to 120 times number of hertz divided by the speed. So in which is, that will be 120 multiplied by 60 hertz divided by 600 RPM. So in which is, ang final answer natin will be equal to 12 volts. So that will be your final answer. In this problem, ang hinahanap sa atin is ano yung penstock efficiency. So in which is ang formula ng penstock efficiency is equal to Npen is equal to the net head divided by the gross head. So in which is, para makuha natin yan, titingnan natin tanong ano ba yung given sa atin. So we have daw an HG which is equal to 80 meters. And then after reading it, marami mga item na hindi kailangan, pero ang kailangan natin dito is yung friction head. in which is that is 4% of the gross head. So the HF is 4% of HG natin. So in formula, that will be 0.04 multiplied by 80 meters. So in which is, ang friction head natin will be equal to 3.2 meters. So base dyan, we will have a net head in which is equal to HG minus HF. So that will have a value of, sulat ko lang yung formula, no? So that will be 80 minus 3.2. Huwag yung kalimutan yung meters. So we will have a head is equal to 76.8 meters. So with that, ilagay lang natin dito yung nakuha natin kanina, in which is the net head is 76.8 meters and ang HG natin is equal to 80 meters. So with that, we will have a penstock efficiency of 96%. So that will be your final answer. In this problem, isang hinahanap sa atin is ano daw yung change in discharge nung ating turbine after it goes through a different set of head. Okay, so in here, masabi natin na kumbaga after daw niya mag-change in head from 90 to 60, ano yung bago niyang Q or yung bago niyang flow rate. And which is ano yung formula natin. So naalala nyo, di ba, if we are talking about affinity law, when we talk about turbine, is the same siya with pumps. So that is QHP. Tapos, ito ay N, tapos ito ay D. So, that is 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5. Okay? So, with that, ang formula natin na gagamitin ay dahil nga we are finding for both Q and both for H, we can solve it as something like this. Q1 over Q2 is equal to N1, N2, tapos D1 over D2 cube, and then H1 over H2 is equal to N1 over N2. Yan. Okay? So, base din sa tanong, no, kapag babasahin mo siya maigi, ang nangyari kasi is yung turbine daw is nag-ooperate. Okay? And then yung operation niya, it generates a 90 meter head. And may certain Q, which is 50. Ngayon, ang nangyari kasi, bumaba daw yung level sa reservoir. Okay, so base sa pagbaba ng level sa reservoir, is syempre bumaba din yung head na meron ka. So in turn, most likely ano mangyari, bababa din yung Q natin. Okay? So para ngayon, paano natin siya masosolve? So ano ibig sabihin ng analogy na dito? So base dito is bumaba siya ng level due to the drop in water level. So it means nagbago ba yung diameter ng Pelton turbine natin? So napalitan ba siya? So as you can see, hindi siya nagbago, no? So bumagal lang siya. So it means siya nag-change dito is RPM. But the diameter of the Pelton turbine or Francis turbine, di kasi given dito, no, are still the same. Okay, so it means, malalaman natin dito na based sa tanong, no, na yung D1 natin is equal to D2. It's almost the same. So ibig sabihin, magka-cancel yan. So base sa cancellation na to, ito yung working formula natin, we can use algebra, no, to have a relationship between the two. Kasi nga, hindi tayo given ng N. Okay, so kung hindi tayo given ng N, ang given lang tayo Q saka H, now we can solve this by combining it, tapos tatanggalin natin yung N, in which is ang magiging working formula natin will be equal to H1 over H2 is equal to Q1 over Q2 squared. Okay, so with that, ang kailangan natin is yung Q2, in which is yung Q2 natin is equal to Q1 square root of H2 minus H1. Alright, so with that, lagay na natin yung mga nakuha natin. So yung Q1 natin is 50 metric cube per second multiplied by yung second head natin, which is equal to 60 meter, and then yung lower head natin is 90 meter. Okay, yung H1 natin. So in which is makakuha natin yung answer natin for Q2 or yung new flow rate natin is equal to 40.82 metric cube per second. So that will be your final answer. For this problem, ay hinahanap naman sa atin is ano daw yung change in speed ng turbine natin if nagpro-provide na siya ng 3 meter of head. So in here, meron tayong change in speed and change in head. So ano ba formula na gagamitin natin? So as per the formula, yung nga, ulitin ko lang ulit, QHP, tapos 1, 2, 3, N, tapos 3, 2, 5, D. So we will have change in H at different set ng speed. So it means ang formula na gagamitin natin will be H1 over h2 is equal to n1 squared over n2 squared. Okay? So with that, i-isolate natin yung n2 kasi yun yung kailangan natin makuha or the speed ng pangalawang state niya. So it means that will be n2 is equal to n1 multiplied by the square root of h2 over h1. So in which ang value ng n2 natin will be equal to 75 RPM multiplied by square root of 3 meters, yung h2 natin, yung second state ng head natin, and then siyempre, yung first state ng head natin, which is h1, which is equal to 10 meters. So we'll have an answer of 41.08 RPM. So that will be your final answer. For this problem, isinahanap naman sa atin ano daw yung change in head. Okay? So, pero kung babasahin nyo mabuti yung tanong, is dalawa yung nag-change natin. We have a change in speed and change in diameter. So, from a 150 mm impeller, pinalitan natin siya ng 300. So, much bigger. Then, may speed tayo na 200 rad per second and then pinabagal natin siya up to 90 rad per second. So, with this, ang head daw kasi is 300 mm. So, ano na ngayon yung bagong head natin, which is in meters dapat yung makukuha natin, no? Because when we talk about head, most likely naka-meter siya lagi kung hindi naman binibigay dito. Okay, so with that, so it means hindi lang basta N yung nag-change, kasama din yung D. So again, ano yung formula natin? So that will be Q, HP, tapos 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, tapos N to, tapos dito. So meaning yung H natin is nagkaroon ng change in speed and change in diameter. So it meaning ang gagamitin natin na formula should look like this one or yung original formula natin. Okay, in which is N1 over N2 should be raised to squared and then D1 over D2 should be raised to squared. So ang kailangan natin dito, please take note, ano ba yung bagong head natin or yung state head number 2 or H2. So that will be H2. Pag in-isolate natin siya is equal to H1 multiplied by N2 N1 squared and then D2 over D1 squared. Okay? So in which is yung H2 natin, ang head 1 natin is given tayo, so that is 300 mm. Ang N1 natin will be 90 rad per second. Then sa baba is 200 rad per second squared. Okay? So please take note baka may mga tanong sa exam na kailangan yung gamitin yung conversion ng rad into RPM. So may mga tanong na ganun, no? So you should be aware on paano makuha yan. Kasi in English system units, most likely rad yung ginagamit nila. So you should know, no, how to convert rad into revolution. So tinake yun naman sa P6 yun. Pero for now, hindi natin siya kailangan i-convert into RPM. Kasi bakit? Magka-cancel naman kasi yan, di ba? So wala siyang sense i-convert right now. And then yung D natin is equal to 300 mm over 150 mm squared. So it means ang value ng H2 natin will be 243 mm multiplied by 1 meter, 1,000 mm. Okay, so bakit natin multiply yan? Bakit natin pinalitan ng meters? Kasi when we tend to solve for head, it should be always in meters. Okay, so that is 0.243 meters. So that will be your final answer.